Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the Northern Wrestling Federation is right back at MVP Athletics in Fairfield, Ohio for a huge night of wrestling action. Doors are going to open up for tonight at 6:30 p.m. with a bell time of 7:30 p.m. And there's still time, ladies and gentlemen, to get tickets online right now at NWFWrestling.com. And of course, you can't forget about our after party following the event tonight at Wigs and Rigs. Here tonight on the NWF Countdown, I, of course, am Denver Drake, being joined as per usual by the Unified Champion, Noah Gabriel.
Man, you just never let me get a word in, do you? You just talk and talk and talk. Here's how you do it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the NWF Countdown program, brought to you by the greatest Unified Champion of all time, Noah Gabriel, alongside two nerds.
Noah Gabriel joining me, and joining me for the first time here on the Countdown is Harry Hartman.
Hey, Denver, it's good to be here.
It's going to be a huge night tonight in Fairfield, Ohio, with so many NWF stars lined up to be in action, including but not limited to the Lariat, Luke Larson, the Swinger, Everyone Told Me, Pompano Joe, and the former NWF Tag Team Champions, the Box Office Blondes. And on top of that, we have some huge matches lined up on the marquee for tonight in Fairfield, Ohio. And we've got one we can announce right here on the NWF Countdown show. These two men know each other very well, and it's about time this man gets his rematch. The Tri-State Championship is going to be on the line as the Alpha, Dakota Wolf, defends against the former Tri-State Champion, the best in the world, AJ Vest.
And AJ Vest, that baby oil has soaked into his brain, I'll tell you. He's in over his head. Dakota Wolf has done it once. He's going to do it again. He's going to tear AJV limb from limb, because I'm calling it right here, right now, and still your Tri-State Champion, Dakota Wolf.
Listen, Noah, you cannot count out AJ Vest. Like you said, former Tri-State Champion, prodigal son of the Wildcat Chris Harris. AJ Vest has the size advantage going into this matchup, too. I think he's got a great shot.
Only time's going to tell, but we've mentioned the Tri-State Championship, but also tonight the NWF Tag Team Championships are going to be on the line as the Vessels, Kobe Kane and Crazy Car, defend against the team of Beck Reeves, Case Closed, and the one-man army, Gunner Graves.
You see, it's one of those things. I mean, Beck Reeves, he claims to be a super sleuth. He's done his research, but why on earth would he pick a tag team partner like Gunner Graves? Sure, Gunner Graves is powerful, and he might possess some strength, but he's inexperienced. That big match feel is going to get to his brain, and the Vessels are going to tear apart Beck Reeves and Gunner Graves.
Listen, I think powerful may be somewhat of an understatement. Gunner Graves, they call him the one-man army for a reason. I got to say, he is the fastest rising future star in the division. Teaming up with Beck Reeves, former Unified Champion in his own right, I think they've got a great matchup coming up.
And of course, already lined up for tonight in Fairfield, this one has been brewing over for months. Ever since James Cross fired Bones from the Axis of Power, Bones has wanted nothing more than to get his hands on the King Among Men. And tonight, Fairfield, Ohio, for the first time ever, it's James Cross, Bones, one-on-one.
Now, I will give Bones credit where credit is due. He's overcome every obstacle that James Cross has put in front of him. However, they're not James Cross. They're not one of the greatest modern Tri-State champions in all of NWF history. James Cross is going to teach Bones a lesson. He is going to finally get rid of that old ex-dead weight that when he was in the Axis of Power, and Bones is going to meet his maker tonight in Fairfield.
Listen, James Cross, former Tri-State Champion as he may be, he seems like he might be a little scared of Bones.
I don't think he's scared.
I mean, he's been dodging Bones week in and week out. I think Bones has his number.
Talk about men that know each other very well. Talk about 20 years in professional wrestling, and talk about brother versus brother. Last man standing match, and for all we know, this could be the very last time we see one of these men step foot in an NWF ring. The Hook, Jeremiah, Mr. Rock and Roll, Jesse Hyde, last man standing, and for this match, the loser must leave the Northern Wrestling Federation. And we announced this back on Bustin' Loose. For this match, a match this big, the NWF has instated a special guest referee. And the only way to find out who that's going to be is to join us tonight in Fairfield, Ohio.
Now, of course, I'm going to be pretty partial to Jeremiah. Jeremiah has taught me a lot. He took me under his wing. So, of course, I'm going to be rooting for Jeremiah. But fans, if you've never seen a last man standing match, it's anything goes. And the only way to win is to not answer to a count of 10. These men, these brothers, are going to throw everything they can at each other. But this is going to be Jesse Hyde's last night in the Northern Wrestling Federation. And it doesn't matter who they have as the special guest mystery referee. Jeremiah is going to overcome and prove to everybody why he's one of the greatest NWF superstars this company has ever seen.
The stakes could not be higher, but Noah, I don't think it's right for you to count out Jesse Hyde. I mean, Jesse Hyde, you got to think in their last matchup, Jesse beat Jeremiah. So I think in this last man standing match, it is any man's game.
And the one that we have been waiting for. It's been months and months. Ever since the conclusion of the summer, Max Steel has had his eyes on the heavyweight champion, Andrew Reed. And time again, Max Steel has laid out Andrew Reed. While Andrew Reed has left heavyweight champion night after night, it's been Max Steel and his valet, Riley Matthews, leaving Andrew Reed laying. And a few months ago in Fairfield, we saw Max Steel do the unthinkable. Max Steel crushed Andrew Reed's wife, Sydney, in the corner, and we saw them lay down on the mat. Max Steel and Riley Matthews had no remorse for what they did, but we saw what happened last time at Shot Through the Heart. We saw Sydney get her hands on Riley Matthews, gave her what she had coming, and the match that we never thought we'd see signed here in Fairfield, Ohio. It's an intergender tag team match. Max Steel teams up with the Neon Dream, Riley Matthews, to take on the NWF champion, Andrew Reed, and his wife, Sydney.
Have things gone out of hand? Since when did we let people's significant others get involved in wrestling matters and, more importantly, sign wrestling matches? I mean, I'll say this. Yes, it is terrible what happened to Sydney. I don't wish that on any man. However, when you sign the dotted line, you gotta wonder what is going through her head. Max Steel and Riley Matthews are going to tear these two apart. Sydney is not a wrestler. I don't care if she sees red or not. I don't care how bad she wants to get her hands on Riley Matthews. She is not a wrestler.
Listen, Noah, you may be right about Sydney's inexperience, but you got to think about who her husband is. The heavyweight champion, Andrew Reed. Andrew Reed went through hell and back to get that title, and he has been dominant ever since. And I got to imagine some of that talent has obviously rubbed off on Sydney. I'm really excited for this matchup.
Only time will tell. All that and more is lined up for tonight, plus so much more is going to be taking place at MVP Athletics here tonight in Fairfield, Ohio. It's going to be a huge night of wrestling action. None of you are going to want to miss, so if you haven't already, make sure you get those tickets online right now at NWFWrestling.com. Once again, doors are going to open up for tonight at 6:30 p.m. Bell time is 7:30 p.m. And make sure you join us following the event for our after party at Wings and Rings. I've been Denver Drake. This is Noah Gabriel and Harry Hartman. And we'll see you tonight in Fairfield, Ohio.